Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue. I have my harvesting apron on today. Standing in front of my garlic patch, I have at least 125 bulbs of garlic, but I'm not harvesting the garlic, not yet. This won't be ready probably until into July, but we are harvesting an integral part of the garlic plant. We're going to harvest scapes or snapes or snakes or however you want to pronounce it. It's really scapes. But scapes are the tender stem and flower bud that is thrown up from the bulb in early spring. And as it comes up, it curls. Now, they end up looking kind of like a real curly, long green bean. But with garlic, we have two harvests from this plant. We have the regular bulb, which comes later, as I said, and we have these garlic scapes, which are harvested right about now, late spring, early summer. And harvesting these are really kind of important if you have this variety. Now, there are two different types of garlic. One is a soft neck and the other is a hard neck. Hardnecks usually grow in the northern climates. I'm here in the northeastern United States, in New York State in Zone 6A. Also up into Canada, they tend to grow the hardneck varieties. Softneck varieties will not produce a scape, only the hardneck. And that's why they're called hardneck, because the neck of it does not get wimpy and bend over. The hard neck stays hard and you can't braid those. So if you like to braid, get yourself some soft neck varieties, but these are the hard neck varieties. So when you have the hard neck variety, it's important to actually harvest this, because if you leave it on, that signals the plant that it wants to flower. This will be a flower bud on a garlic right there. Garlic is a biennial. We plant them as cloves. That's their first year. This is their second year. They want to produce flowers, which in turn then produce the seed. So if we leave these on, we'll get a beautiful flower and lots of seeds, although I don't know that you can efficiently start garlic from seed. I've never tried. But if you let these go, then your head of garlic is going to be small, it's going to be flavorless, it's not really going to taste much like the true garlic flavor that we're looking for when we do plant garlic. So these are a very mild tasting garlic. They have a little bit of a garlicky, oniony flavor. So it's important, if you want a nice strong garlicky flavor to your bulbs, that you cut these scapes off when they start emerging from the plants. So let me take you a little bit closer so you can get a look at what a scape really looks like. Come on. As we get a little closer, you can actually see a scape here. It's coming out of the center stem here, and as it grows up, then it starts to curl. And each one of these plants that I have here, each garlic bulb that's growing down here at the base, is going to have a scape on it. So I'm going to have a luscious crop of garlic scapes. So let me cut off a few so you can see what they look like. When you cut your scape off, you're going to want to cut it as close as you can to this first leaf here. Got another one back here. Here's one here. So These are Scapes. These little curly, almost like a green bean. They have a fresh taste to them. Here's some right here. You're going to want to cut it off either right above the first leaf or just below. Here's one. Might be a little difficult to see because you've got all the garlic is just huge. Okay, there are some nice tender garlic scapes. Let me get on cutting this massive amount of this harvest. I'll be back when I'm done. Just wanted to show you, this is an immature one. It has just started to come out of the stem. I'm going to let this go for a couple more days and do a second or perhaps even a third harvest off of these plants because some of them aren't quite as mature as others. If you look over here, this is a nice mature one here as it comes out and it curls. Right next to another one here. And as these all curl. So I think I'll be probably harvesting at least 50% or more today of this bed. Stay tuned. One added note about the time to harvest these. In the morning is probably best, in the cool of the morning, because when you do cut them off, like here, you will have an open wound, and the nice warmth of the day will make that scab over. Otherwise, you may get an opening for disease. So in the morning is the perfect time for harvest. Now, in and amongst my garlic is a potato plant. This bed I had planted potatoes in last year. So I saw this early on in the spring and I'm just letting it go. Who knows what I'll get down here. Maybe it may impact the garlic bulb. But these garlic bulbs are going to be pulled up and ready in July, and these potatoes will be left until August for sure. So we'll see what we get. We'll have to revisit this. Here I am in my kitchen. Boy, is it hot out there. I sure do feel for all of the gardeners at this time of the year in parts of the country in the United States where the temperatures are sometimes reaching triple digits and into the 90s. Here it's going to be 80, which is pretty hot for us in the 80s. And we all have to get through it somehow. But as gardeners, the harvest doesn't stop for us. But a word of caution, do it in the morning and hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So let me show you what my garlic yielded for me. All right. Look at that. That is just luscious. I probably harvested maybe 50%. I just took the ones that were the curliest because those are the ones that are furthest along. They get a little bit curly and then this is the flower bud part. this starts to swell, and all the energy from that garlic is going to this flower bud. And so it's taking all the goodness from that bulb. So now is the perfect time to harvest. So what are we going to do with this? Well, there's a lot you can do. I am going to chop some up and dehydrate it so I can put it in soups and stews. I can also just chop it up and freeze it. It doesn't need to be blanched or anything like that. Fresh, just take it like this. A little oil in your pan, get a few of them, fry it up, just saute it up. So delicious, salt and pepper, maybe a little Parmesan, so good. Another favorite is Scapes pesto, which I'm gonna make today. So let's get to it. My apologies for not tacking on the garlic Scapes pesto recipe at the end of this video. But click that bell for the notifications if you want to know when that recipe is coming up, because it's coming up next. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Give me a thumbs up and share. So until the next time that we can go digging in the dirt, happy gardening. Bye.